Anderson .Paak has dropped another single that will be coming from his upcoming album, Ventura. This one is called Do You Want to Make It Better? And it features Smokey Robinson. So the song is a R&B song, and it really does take on those elements, but instead of the subject matter necessarily referring to kind of the typical situation, usually the R&B, at least that I've listened to, has always steered in the direction of a nostalgic pining for what once was, or in being in the moment. This is kind of a middle section that I personally have never heard before, where they're kind of trying to actually like find a way to make the relationship improve and not just stagnate, or like acknowledging the stagnation and not being like, okay, this is over, but instead like asking like, hey, how do you want to like approach this? Do you want to make it better, or do you want to leave? Like, my favorite thing sonically about this is the way that the tonal shifts accompany the music. Initially, when he talks about how they first met, it's kind of like light and fluffy feeling, and it's kind of like, oh, this is cute, and like the beat moves along, like the beat stays steady, but the sounds alongside that kind of adjust. And when Paak sort of like gets a little bit louder and starts to like ask like in the chorus, sort of gently like chiding like, hey, do you want to make this better? Like, that's when the strings kind of like slip in, and it's really like, those strings are gorgeous. I love strings in songs, and it's no different here, the way that the strings kind of sneak in and out. And then when they talk about like when the tone again shifts and they're talking about the potential ways they can do that, contrasted with the actual video of them arguing, it's interesting how the beat, again, like the beat stays steady, but the other parts of the song, the other parts of the music sort of shift to meet that, and it kind of like slows down a bit. The ending as well, sort of when the voice kind of just slowly fades away. Now, fading has been prominently used by like everyone ever, because it's kind of a good transitional tactic. As far as it goes here, I really like that it kind of just turns into this disembodied voice, kind of just like thinking of like asking the question, and the way that like the voice changes. I really like I like the subject matter. I like the sonicality of it, the way that the strings come in and out to accompany the tonal shifts. As first it's Paak kind of like narrating on the memories, or like the very beginning, talking about that, like that part, and then getting into like, we have some struggles here and there, and then getting into this is what we should do. And like, I really like that like hook, that chorus, where he's basically talking about the fact that, you know, he wants like if we're gonna do this, let's make new memories, let's do this. He's like offering like actual options, versus it kind of being this generalized statement of, oh well, I guess we can leave or whatever. And I just really like the way that, again, like sonically the music accompanies that, while the beat is the only real steady thing in this song. Everything else kind of like comes in and out, but that beat is constantly steady. And I think that could potentially maybe symbolize that consistency of emotion that lies in relationships, that even if they do stagnate, if somebody wants to improve something, typically that's because that same raw feeling that was initially there, that's been refined over the years, still remains. And I think that's pretty cool in potentially representing how Paak in the song is trying to potentially save the relationship, and asking if the other person wants to do that. And I think that can be prominent in, like I said, any other relationship where people want the thing to go well. So very sweet, soft and fluffy song that manages to approach this topic in a way that allows there to be options, and it gives this kind of open-ended ending, really, that in our own lives, are we like trying to actively make things better? Like, you don't have to look at it from strictly just, oh, it's people dating. It can be like relationships with anybody. Obviously, take out certain lines in here, and yeah, it could be relationships about anybody, but I think it's important that, you know, everybody do their best to not only maintain a relationship with people that they love and care for, but they also make sure that it's not just simply just being maintained. Like, there's actually different things happening within it, and it's not just kind of this thing where it's just kind of always the same. It's not monotonous and it's not repetitive. Overall, I really do enjoy this song. It's very sweet. I love Smokey Robinson's feature on it. I am curious to see how Ventura sounds. It doesn't seem like he's going for anything specific. Like, there's certain aspects of it that are similar to King James, but that one was more of a celebration, while this is more of a pondering and more gentler song altogether. So can't wait for Ventura. Dig the song. Yeah. Well, this guy says, do you want to make it better? Well, I usually get funnel cake. I haven't had it in a while though, but that's what I do. So, hey, go get funnel cake if you want to make it better. Funnel cake is going to solve the world's problems, okay? Just this.